Hey there, my star giants. Happy Easter! On April Fools, a couple of friends of mine and I went together to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie in theaters. And we had a fun time watching the film. I love the Mario franchise. Super Mario Galaxy is my favorite video game of all time. I saw the movie on opening night wearing a Mario shirt, and last year I even met the guy, Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario himself, at a Comic-Con. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Mario franchise, and I played the video games ever since I was 5, and I own so many of the games, and I even have merchandise of Mario, so I do love this franchise. It was nice seeing the movie theater fully crowded. Like, my friends and I got the last seats for the movie, and almost sold out at the time we went. Earlier this year, I saw Go, and my one friend and I were the only 2 people in the theater. And when I saw Hoppers, there were only 10 people. Here, it was a full house, and it probably had over 100 people. It was nice seeing everyone showing support for movies in theaters again, and everyone that I saw in theater with me seemed to be having a good time. There were even children there dressed up as Mario. Hell, I saw some adults dressed as Mario as well. I'll do a non-spoiler review for the first half, and I'll warn you when we get to the second half for spoilers. So stay for the first 5 minutes, please, to avoid spoilers. Jeez, it's been a long time since I've done a Starpressions video, meaning that I review a movie after watching it for the first time, giving my first initial thoughts, and not me rewatching it to give a better concluded review. And also, this is based on the idea of a product that came out recently, like it's brand new. I think the last time I did this idea in video form was the original Mario movie from 3 years ago. So it's nice to get back into this. The plot for the movie is that Bowser Jr. is out to avenge and free his father. He manages to steal Princess Rosalina to help power his plan to help him rule the universe. And Jr. wants his daddy to be there with him because he did all this for him. When Bowser Jr. was a toddler, Bowser Sr. used to read him bedtime stories of conquest and destruction. The best joke of the whole movie is the puppet joke. Aww, I love it. That design used for Bowser's puppet is so cute and funny. I love goofy designs like this. It just gives your product more personality. Plus, with this not being from the original Mario franchise or the games, it makes the movie stand out more. That's more or less it. That's pretty much the plot of the movie. It's just a simple versus mission. I heard the film was getting a lot of hate online, but I heard this also happened with the first one 3 years ago, and I guess the cycle repeats itself because, like the movie from 3 years ago that was hated but was actually fun, the Galaxy movie is also fun. A bunch of people have brought up how select characters don't get proper screen time in this movie, mostly Rosalina and Yoshi. Let's do Rosalina first since that's where more people are criticizing. Okay, so a couple months ago, I made a video talking about 3 select movies of franchises that I love, that were all getting sequels this year. Madoka Magica, Super Mario, and Toy Story. I did this based on the trailers that each came out for the time. Not everything was correct from my predictions. For starters, the 4th Madoka movie got delayed to Dipper and Mabel's birthday, meaning that movie there will be the last one coming out instead of the first movie. Yeah, I recorded that video before I heard about that update. In the video, for the Mario section, I stated that Rosalina was gonna kick ass. I mean, the beginning of the film she did, but the rest of the film until the end has her captured. But at least she was captured because she was protecting her babies, so it wasn't for a fucking bullshit reason. And that's where the people started criticizing the film for. Like, this is the most criticism I saw the film get. I get where people are coming from to an extent. It feels like a bit of false advertising. I mean, at least it ain't anywhere as bad as Truth or Square from SpongeBob SquarePants. But if we're going to compare this to the original Mario game, it's not that much different, you guys. True, she wasn't captured, but she was stranded in space. She had to rely on Mario getting a bunch of random power stars and grand stars just to power up her ship. All she did in the first game was greet Mario in space, take him into her home, and then after Mario got the stars, she would then turn her place into a working ship to go to Bowser. Rosalina is a plot device. Guys, she's not the main focus. I always found Rosalina as a whole fine. She's like Princess Luna from My Little Pony, a good character that gets way too much hype. You know, if I had a nickel for every princess that has a focus of space that gets overhyped, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that happened twice. At least Peach doesn't get captured again. I've been annoyed with that for a while now because it's an overdone cliche. Hell, it's gotten to the point that the games themselves started making jokes on that. The first movie had Luigi captured, this one had Rosalina captured. Using different characters for this I'm completely fine with, as long as it's used properly and both movies did this properly. The thing I was most interested about with this movie is the music. You see, the first movie used licensed music, and if I had any criticism to give the first film, it would be its music. I was hoping mainly for the second movie to be more grand scale. The actual Super Mario Galaxy video game doesn't use 8-bit stuff mainly or electric stuff. It uses a full orchestra played by actual people. It gives it a more grand feel. Thankfully, that's what the Galaxy movie does. Not a single licensed song in this. It kept the feel. I love seeing this on the big screen. Like, the music alone is beautiful on the big screen, just hearing it, it's so awesome. Not to mention the animation as well. That's also great to see on the big screen. It just has a lot of great grand visual colors, especially the shooting stars. Technically this time it's not the Centennial Festival, it's just Princess Peach's birthday, which, yeah, that makes more sense for here. Seriously, it just looks so beautiful. I don't usually praise animation because, well, oftentimes you can have a movie with beautiful animation but be a shitty movie like, I don't know, Weathering With You. Beautiful animation, probably the best looking film of all time, but the two main characters are pieces of shit and what they have done could have caused people to die. Speaking of the feel, people tend to criticize the Super Mario Galaxy movie for the lack of planets, and by extension, galaxies. I mean, come on guys, there were 42 galaxies in the first Galaxy game. I don't think you can have all the planets in those galaxies, let alone the galaxies themselves, appear in the movie. This movie is like an hour and a half long. Do you know how long it would take to 100% the original Super Mario Galaxy game? 12 hours! Yeah, it's hard to condense all that into a sixth of the time, essentially. And to be fair, some of the actual planets from the game are in this. Like, I noticed this one vine planet from Gusty Garden Galaxy in this. Although, interestingly enough, that's actually one of the optional planets. You could technically skip it and still get 100%. I still think the Drip Drop Galaxy planet appears, albeit without the eels or penguins, but there are penguins in the movie, and it was cute when Yoshi danced with them. Birds are considered dinosaurs, and so it's 4 dinosaurs dancing together. I also love Peach's annoyance when she stated that they kept adding random dinosaurs to the group. Speaking of Yoshi, Yoshi is a major character in the film. I love him in this, and he's cute, and I love when he eats the chain jump to get his teeth. I also was surprised when he took care of Mario and Luigi as babies to make a Yoshi's Island reference. Also, I appreciate that Mario and Luigi became babies for only 5 minutes and didn't do any gross out, and especially crying, which shocked me since the babies cry in the Yoshi games. Peach definitely had the most annoying voice in that. There's a Luma in this that sounds like he said fuck.
Princess Peach, I finally found you.
And based on what I heard from the internet, I'm not the only one to think this. Is this movie trying to do what Lou Albano did in the original Super Mario Bros. Super Show where he said fuck?
Have a little piece of spaghetti on your overalls.
Mario has a lot of funny bits in this, mostly of him being against Bowser, and for good reason for how Bowser was in the first film, and Bowser himself is a blast again.
Hey, Luigi! What's up, Mario?
I knew he wasn't going to be small for the whole movie based on the trailers, and it might have gone repetitive if that happened. There's also a part where Bowser greets the Bee Queen, and he, becomes a slave for her, for 2 minutes. Okay? Anything else? There's a casino scene using the Galaxy gravity gimmicks. That was pretty cool. I love the part when Princess Peach got a mushroom and grew big and was able to beat Wart up. That was nice. Also, she fights Birdo, and that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's all I got. Stop the video now if you want to avoid spoilers here, because from here on out, I'm doing spoilers. Alright, now I get to talk about spoilers of the film. The first spoiler to mention is that Peach and Rosalina are sisters. Let's be clear about something. Not a single product of Mario, no matter the medium, ever established any relationship between the two. As far as what was shown, Rosalina had as much of a connection to Peach as Peach does to Daisy. Nothing. But this movie decided to make the two sisters. You know, it's funny about game theory in hindsight with Matt Pat theorizing that Peach was Rosalina's mother. Well, he sure was off the ball on that one. The games gave Rosalina a backstory in book form. In fact, the beginning of the movie kind of references that. And from what I gather, there was this Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 Switch bundle that came out last year that expanded on Rosalina's backstory that costed $70! I saw the expanded backstory on YouTube because no fucking way am I spending $70. Anyways, that backstory is how I know that Lubba from Super Mario Galaxy 2 is a woman and not a man. I thought she was a man up until last year. Even then, it never was explicit of the two being sisters. What's my thoughts on this? I'm fine with it. Mario as a whole never really was big with story, except for that one time when it was. So Mario making this decision, I'm fine with. It's not a bad twist or anything, and I've seen worse twists out there. It's not like these characters were lying about their ages and then flooding a whole city for their petty bullshit. Oh, and just something random before I forget, I met actors from both of the movies. Like, the first movie had Charles Martinet, and in this movie, Carlos Alazraqui plays a skeleton at the beginning of the film.
You were great! I am so glad we spent our life savings on this commercial.
That is not a commercial. That is cinema.
What about the accents? Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect. Wahoo! Okay, I'm gonna trust you.
I guess so. Yes, sir.
All that trouble over a Yoshi.
Yeah. You know, we found the little fella and... Where'd he go? He seemed like a nice guy.
He knows that's my bike, right?
That's nice that I met both. Fox McCloud of Star Fox is in this. They go so hard on the animation for him. I love every single second of it, and I was laughing my ass off here. There are a bunch of references again. Pikmin, Rob, and Mr. Game Watch, just to name a few. I also love Bowser Jr. trying to stop Mario and Peach with a Mario Maker level. It's nice seeing all the power-ups coming from various Mario games, but I feel kind of bad for people that didn't play the games because the power-ups kind of come out of nowhere. Well, not so much out of nowhere, but they don't really explain what they do, like, to the audience. And, because the games, I knew the power-ups because I played the games, but new people I don't think are gonna fully understand them. It kind of comes across as a Deus Ex Machina. They still look good in movie form. Heck, even Dry Bowser looks good in movie form. The ending is also fun, both of the bonus endings, like Bowser and Bowser Jr. trying to escape, and then the suicidal Luma just comes in to ruin them. That's funny. Daisy is in the end credits of this as well. This gives me Sonic 3 vibes when Amy appeared at the end of that movie. And if anything, this is a sign that they're going to make more Mario movies from Illumination, and I'm okay with that. With these two movies, they've proven that they can keep making more, and I'm all in support for that. Heck, there's still talks of making a Luigi's Mansion movie, and I like to see that. And I also wouldn't mind seeing what Wario and Waluigi are in this universe. Also, if you're making more Mario movies, please bring Donkey Kong back. I love Donkey Kong in the first movie. Kinda sad that they didn't bring him back for this. Oh well, just a nitpick. Wrapping this up, one of my thoughts of Bowser becoming evil again. Bowser staying evil makes sense. In the film, Mario and Luigi release him, and Luigi thinks Bowser can become good, while Mario thinks the opposite. And Mario ends up being right, and I'm fine with that. But it's worth bringing up that Bowser thought of becoming good, but he cared more for his son. They have a very good relationship in this movie, and it's the best the two have ever been betrayed. So to conclude, my overall thoughts on the film, it's not my absolute favorite film of all time. Like, it's not as good as Whisper of the Heart, but how is it compared to the first one? That's hard to say. I might change my mind in the future, but for now, I love this movie more than the first movie. Like, if I ranked every anime movie ever, this would be one spot higher than the first movie. And then there will be nothing in between the two. Score, 10 out of 10, S tier. If you love Mario, you're going to love this movie. I guess since I made a video on this movie in question, I'll do one for Toy Story 5 and Monica Magica while Perkins Not Rising when those two come out as well. I'll see you all next time somewhere in a galaxy near you. LL Buzz Lightyear reference.